Hey folks, and welcome back to round 2 of fishing with Den using a method feeder on a small river. Remember, if you watched last week's video, you'd have seen me doing this in the same swim, and I was using a cage feeder to start off with, but the bites are a bit sort of finicky and they weren't really pulling round properly, so kind of difficult to hit them a little bit. I then tried a method feeder, see if I could get a bolt effect. The problem is, the fish down here have never been caught before, so they don't know when they're hooked to actually bolt. And so even with the method feeder, excuse me, still getting over this bronchitis thing. Even with the method feeder, I wasn't getting the bolt effect. So what I've done, I've actually made myself another method feeder. And I've done a similar thing with the great big heavy duty ones, but you can probably see these ones have sort of teeth and feet, if you like, on the bottom. Now, obviously, I could just have gone heavier and gone to 40, 50 or 60 grams, but I thought, well, look, I'll give these a try. And this is only a 20 gram at the moment with those sort of feet on it. If we get a bolt effect, great. If not, I made myself a 40 gram one as well. Now, if that don't work, I've actually got some of the really big feeders that I've used before with the same sort of feet on them. But I don't really want to fish 50, 60, 70 gram feeders on a tiny little stream like this. It just, well, doesn't really compute, does it? So anyway, same as last time, I've got some corn for the hook. I've got some hemp seed for ground bait, and I'm going to put some corn into the ground bait as well, just give them a little bit of mix around. Obviously it's not like fishing with a cage feeder, but basically I'm going to put the feed on, see how we go. This is actually biting into my hand, which is quite good. Obviously there's soft mud in here, exactly as before, just put the bait on top and then put a layer on top of there and see how we go. This is actually quite painful, pushing these feet into my hand, so hopefully they will grip. I haven't actually done anything yet, haven't started or anything. What I have done today, I've made myself a little thing, you can't see it down here, but maybe you can. Just down there is a camera. That's the zoom camera that I usually use, but because I've just got the lightweight box today, I didn't have the normal sort of attachment, so I've made myself an attachment for it. We'll chuck that down there. We'll see what happens. Now, as far as the conditions go, we had some rain in the week. That brought the level of this up a little bit. And then it went down again. So that wheelbarrow that I mentioned last week that's in the water, upended, the handle is now sticking out of the water somewhat more than it was before. And I can see the rim of the tray of the wheelbarrow down there. And so it's probably going on a foot lower than it was last time. So I've probably got something like 5 feet out in the middle there. Anyway, make sure we're recording on everything and see how we go. What time is it now? Let's just see what time it is. Don't go out early these days. 11:25 was the start time. Right, let's get some big pull round bites. And hopefully you'll see them on this zoom camera, like I said. Oh, well, that's something. And I think it's either a liner or an eel. Excuse me, can't get rid of this chestiness. Had it for weeks now. That was probably after about 2 minutes. Well, again, liners, I think. Trouble is, eels look like liners all the time when they bite. Certainly no pull rounds yet, are there? Mind you, only first cast. Nothing hanging on. Just while I'm rebaiting this, let you know that different tackle today. I've got the cage feeder rod, the nitro rod, still in the car, but this is the 12-foot Drennan Vertex method feeder rod. Bit more heavy duty maybe than the other one, but 12 foot as well. Also gives me the ability to hopefully keep them out of that wheelbarrow down there. We shall see. Anyway, reel wise, I've actually backed down to the MAP Carp 4000 FD reel, sorry. That's the one with the line clip on it, although I'm not using that automatic clip system today, just no clip at all, just chucking it out there. Basically, standardish sort of tackle. Oh, now I thought that was a pull round then, but it's actually dropped back. Just goes to show a carp can really give you a real pull, and then just literally isn't there because obviously it was a liner from one of its fins. I almost lifted the rod up and pulled at that one. Well, that's got to be something, hasn't it? It was a proper sort of a weird, but it was definitely a definite bite. It wasn't doing a pull round, it was doing this. And I think it might just be an eel. No, it's a little carp. That's all right, rather a little carp than a big eel. Don't like eels. Using the 4.5 metre landing net handle today because, as I say, the water's gone down another foot since the other day. And I was on the edge with the 3.3. There we go. Well, at least we caught one. Not massive, but we got one. Shoulder's still a bit dodgy, but it's not as bad as it was. But yeah, let's have a look at this. It's probably a £1.5 pounds or so, and it's nicely hooked. Just nice and neatly in the lip there. Cool. Just using 2 bits of corn on a hair rig, size 14 hook, standard Preston KKHB, which is the knotless not barbless hook. Could probably go to a 10 without any real bother here, but as I say, these fish have never seen bait. They don't know what it is. They don't even know to bolt when they've been hooked. So hook size, yeah. The locals actually use like something like a 1.0 or a 2.0 C hook for them. I pulled one out of here a few weeks ago, which was, well, massive. And I think it had 30-pound line attached to it. I measured it, it was 0.5 millimetres in diameter. So I took that home, disposed of it where it should be. Ooh, bit of a bump. Just tighten up again. That's actually, that was quite reasonable, wasn't it? Maybe these grippers do well. And I don't have to go to the full sort of 40 or 50 grams. Because literally that's what I wanted, just something enough to spook them. So they give me a good pull round. Bigger than last time. And certainly with the 12-foot rod, gives me the ability to lever them away from that wheelbarrow down there. Get all sorts in the river down here. A bit further up there's an old car seat. Obviously the thing is sitting up, and at times when it's a bit lower, the headrest sticks up out of the water. I didn't find any snags down there last week, so not too fussed about that. Really more that wheelbarrow down there. I think that's a mirror. Don't get too many mirrors around here. In fact, very few. He's certainly pulling. He's heading for that wheelbarrow. I'll head him off at the pass. There we go. Come on, fish. In the net and out of it again. There we go. Right. Okay, stand up to do this. Up that branch again. That's a nice mirror. How on earth I'm going to be able to do this, I don't know, because it's actually too long now. Great. There we go. Whew. Well, that's actually a really nice looking fish. It's got a big mark on its side where something's taken a chunk out of it, but yeah, let's have a quick thing for you. Ouch. Get the hook out your finger then. Quite sharp. Right. Well, he's actually got a chunk out of both sides of him. But yeah, like I say, don't get too many mirrors here. Let's get him back. Whew. Well, I don't know how long I've been going, probably 10 minutes, and that's 2 fish. And that seems to be working. Oh yeah, good pull. That's what you expect. Sorry, I was coughing again there, just as the bite arrived. Can't seem to shake it. But that was definitely a good pull, wasn't it? I haven't set the clutch on this one for a long time. I haven't really used this rod for probably over a year. Can't even remember the last time I used it. Come on. Can't shift him off the bottom. Oh, taking line. Well, what's occurring here then, as Del Boy used to say? Whoa. Well, he's gone off up the river. Oh, I thought we were pretty much done. I've got to be careful of that wheelbarrow because he's right down below it. Get out of that wheelbarrow. Literally just went over the top of it. Come on, out of it. Wow. This thing's got some go, hasn't he? I better give him a bit more clutch. Come on, come on, turn, turn. Out of there, that's it. Out of there, out of there. Wheelbarrow's close. Common, this one. Excuse me. Loves that wheelbarrow, doesn't he? Okay, we're getting better off now. You may notice there's a yellow elastic in this feeder. It's the X-Safe Guru system, but I've replaced the elastic from, I think it was Black Hydro, to Slick 14 to 16. Bit more oomph. Right, here we go. Let's see if we can get under that branch. Right, up we go. There we are. Oh, it's a nice fish. Not bad at all. They don't half fight, don't they? This one's so thick. Just in the mouth. Let's get rid of that a sec. Not going to lift him out, but that's a good 6 pounds, that. Not bad at all. There we are, look. Maybe just a quick look. Oh, get him back. Oh, his shoulder's starting to go again. Do you know, I don't like getting a hold. Well, that's 3 fish in, I don't know, let's call it less than half an hour. And pretty good bites. So I'm definitely thinking that I'm onto something with these grippers on the back of the feeder here. It's only a 20 gram feeder, remember, and the other day, even with a 20 gram feeder, it still wasn't an ordinary feeder. It wasn't giving me the bites on it. Excuse me, I needed, yeah, hope I'm better for next time, guys. Apologies for this. Oh dear. Been the best part about 6 weeks now, this. Some sort of movement going on. It's pulling and then dropping back, so definitely a liner. As I say, if this had been a cage feeder, I'd been inclined to strike at that. Again, pulling round, just slowly. And again, it could be that the thing doesn't realise it's hooked, but that's just gone to a drop back kind of. I'm kind of half inclined to think it is actually on, but it's not moving continuously, and you've only got a 4-inch hook length, so it can't move very far until it hits the weight of the feeder. Well, indications have stopped. Don't know what's going on. Sometimes the eels can actually strip your bait off the hook, and that can be the issue. But this time, still got bait, so we'll get back out there and just see what's going on. Still quite cold. I know it's looking good today because I've got t-shirt and shorts on, but nights are still quite cold, even though we are just getting into spring now down here. It's I don't know exactly today's date, somewhere probably about the 14th or 15th September, something like that I would guess. Oh, that's got to be a bite, hasn't it? Yes, that was a proper pull round. Yeah, well, I'm semi-convinced. Oh. Don't think he's massive. £3 or £4 I'd guess. But good bite though, just what we expected, or hoped for rather. Yay! Gone a bit nuts. Oh, maybe a bit bigger than I first thought. I think this is probably closer to 5. And we're up that tree again. Go on. Come on. Come on. Clear it. That's it. Whew. That's the only thing about this swim, this big branch behind me. I'm actually sitting under the canopy of a tree here. And the hook's pulled out in the net. That's okay. Not going to show you guys, it's £4, maybe 5. Okay. Whew. Well folks, that's 5 fish I think it is in that first hour or so. So far, I'd have to say I'm pretty much convinced by these little feet digging in and creating the bolt effect. As I said last time we did this, or I did this a week ago, with just an ordinary 20-gram feeder, I really wasn't getting proper sort of pull around bites. But certainly everything we've had today seems to indicate that this is doing the job and creating that bolt effect. Now I would have liked to have stayed on a bit longer, but I'm still coughing and spluttering, and I've found that I'm actually going to have to edit out some of the bits where I'm literally coughing. So I think I'm pretty much convinced about this thing for now. I'm going to cut the session a bit short because obviously I think this isn't going to get any better today for my chest. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one anyway, and you got some information out of it. Anyway, all the best. See you next time, guys.